To start the Excel first, click on the start button. Click on the start button and then select the MS Excel. Microsoft Excel is here. Then click on Microsoft Excel and automatically you will get a screen displayed over there. You will be displaying a screen known as the home page of the MS Excel. Home page of MS Excel. I'm using 2007 Excel. Okay. And this is called home page, where in the window, in the Word documents, in the MS Word, Microsoft Word, you will be able to see a white document, white page called white document. We call it as a document. Here we'll be seeing it's a combination of cells. It's a combination of cells, all the cells, and cell is formed by a combination of row and column. Rows and columns gives here cells, and we call this sheet as a spreadsheet. We call this as spreadsheet. And there are sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. In some copies or in some versions also you will be getting seen book 1, book 2, book 3 also. Either sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. You can make multiple options here. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. You can go for. First we'll see what is the home screen. What does the home screen says about? Then we see all the options which are being given in the home screen. Then we go on to the solving the things, which is seeing the options. And the first one same, the title bar, then minimize, maximize, close buttons are common here also in the same, in the Excel also. And here you can see this is a save button, quick access toolbars. These are quick access toolbar. This is called a quick access toolbar. You can see this quick access toolbar. Easily if you want to access a save button or undo button or redo button, you can make it done with this access toolbar. And you can see this office button. In office button, when you click on the office button, you will get options like new, open, save, save as, print, print layout, print preview, and prepare, and all these things are there. You can see all these options also. And we have one more option called, options are called, these are the menus. We call this a menus or the bars. Menus are the options. You can see home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, tabs, review, view, add-ins, and all these are the tabs which are available. And among the tabs, the same what you have seen in the MS Word, also same tabs over here. And also a ribbon will be there. In home, there will be a ribbon, and ribbon consists of some options, same clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cell, and editing. And all these are the options which you are going to see here. And below this, all are the same. Every tab has some certain options, and also closing, minimizing, opening also is there. And in this, then come to this one. This is called a name box. Which gives the identity of the cell where you are located. See this, it is giving us A1. We are in the combination of A1. A is a column heading and 1 is a row heading. A is a column heading and 1 is a row heading, and A1 is given like this. If you are moving the cursor to here, you can see it is changing to the name of the cell as B2. And here C4, it's a combination of C and 4. And you can see this J14 is the name here. And wherever you go to any part of the cell, and you'll get the same address as the combination of rows and columns. And a cell is a combination of rows and columns, and the column address or the row address will be getting only on the basis of the name. You can see the name here, you can get the name here. And here you can see this is called a formula bar. If you want to make any formulas, if you want to make any calculations or the formulas, you can make this use of this formula bar. You can give your addition, subtraction, multiplications, all these formulas over here also. And one more option is there in this. If you want to give the formulas, if you know something about the formulas, and everything starts with the is equal symbol. The formula is like this. You can see the number of columns are, when you go on passing the P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, of rows available here, we will get around 65,000 rows. 65,000 rows will be getting over here. The things you can see this, you can see as it spreads on, you can see the number of rows is going on visible. And the thing is that you can see this. If you want to see the sheets 1, 2, 3, you can also insert n number of sheets also. N number of sheets. You can insert number of sheets over here by clicking on this insert option. Click on insert option 3, 4, 5, 6. You can also insert. And I can also rename this. I can also rename this like this. If you want to make the data of all the students of class 1, I can use one tab. And if you want to insert the data of related to class 2, I can do this. And if you want to insert the data of class 3, I can make use of class 3 like this, and I can rename the worksheets also. Okay.
Sir, a small doubt, please.
Helpful in moving the things directly. Also here these rulers also, scale is there. You can make these scrolling options. You can see this scrolling. You can click on this. You can click on this arrow, and so that you can move on to the cells. You can move on to the cells. As on it moves on to the 256 cells, you will be moving on here. And if you want to come back, then come to the back arrow. Back arrow is there. Back arrow is there, and you can press on the back arrow. Then you'll get back to the cells. Directly you can press on this back arrows. The back arrows will make you to go back to the common vertical position. Likewise, also the vertical bars, horizontal bars is also same. The columns also goes on increases. Directly you can drag these also. Directly you can drag this to the first one, and directly you can drag to the last one also by using these arrow buttons. Arrow buttons can be used to do this. And there is also some options called here. There is also an option called here. You can see this. You can see this 100%, and you can zoom. You can zoom in and you can zoom out. You can zoom in and you can zoom out using these percentages. And this is how you use for the print layout, print previews. How you are going to see this one without the margins. Without margins, if you want to do this, you can do this. If you want to see page wise, you can do this. And if you want to see a normal page, you can see this like this. These are the options which you are going to see in the view. In view, you can see this normal view, page layout view, and page break view. That are the shortcuts being given over here. Given over here as a page wise division. If you want to see the page wise, you can see it. Okay. Then coming back to the things. Now what you have seen is only the anatomy of the MS Excel window. Then now we go on to the options one by one. It is very clearly that things to be identified is that the cell name is given here. The cell name is given here. This is called a quick access toolbar. The same name, the minimize, maximize buttons are there, and all these options are there. This is called the column headings. A, B, C are called the column headings, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are called the row headings. Column headings and row headings, and these are called the sheet names of the sheet. We can change out the sheet names also. We can make the things done. This is basically how a document looks over. And first, what we are going to see is that what are the options generally we see in the first home option, and then we go on moving one by one. Okay. Then coming to the first one, this is a column. This is a column. This is a cell called A1. How I am saying A1 is that A is a column heading and 1 is a row heading. And here you can see this. There is an option called cut, copy, paste, and format painter, which are same as usually what you have done in the MS Word also. You can see this. I'm making this 1, 2, 3. Then same cut. It will be cutted over there. And if you click on select the place where, and you press on the paste option, then you'll get the paste will be done. And when you keep on the copy, and when you come to the next cell, when you come to the cell and click on paste, then you'll be able to paste here. You'll be able to paste here. Cut, copy, and there. And format painter. What is format painter? I have already explained you that there is a text. There is a text style. There is a text style, and you can copy the text styles on this, and you can give to the present things. Then you get the copy painter or format painter also. And the same font options are available there also, here also. There's the same font options are there. You can go for the number, you can go for the things, and here Font is a common one. Font is common one, and size is also common one. Increasing, decreasing is there. Bold, italic is there. All these things are there. And also alignment also looks same. The only things that we're going to change is that in the font dialog box, you can see number of tabs available. Number of tabs available in the font dialog box. You can see this a number dialog box, a number tab, alignment tab, font tab, border, fill, protection. And first I'm going for the font itself. The font remains constant. The font remains constant as it is a font style, font different model and style, size, underline color, and also normal font or not. And you can get the preview also here, strike through, double strike, and also superscript and subscript. If you want to insert the superscript and subscript, or everything is known to you as usual. Then coming to the alignment. Alignment itself, when you want to insert the text in a form of, alignment, use the center or left or the right or indent, right indent, left indent, then you can go for this justification process. And the vertical part of the vertical time is like this. But one more option you are going to get is that in Excel, you can also insert the text in the form of this way also. Wait, I will show you. And you can insert the text in this form also. You can insert the text in this form in the horizontal form also. What I have done is I have pressed on alignment, and here in the orientation I have taken the 90 degrees. And 180 degrees gives you a complete reverse one. 180 degrees, a complete reverse one. You cannot go for minus 90 and again 90. And the range is given like this. If you want to insert the text like this, you can also insert this like this text. And one more thing is that, also you can do this. Here I'm basically going to the 0 and clicking on this. If you want to do the things also, you can click on font, then alignment and direction, left to right and right to left. Okay.
Sir, can I read?
Wrap text includes if you are inserting the column, as the column is very much occupying the space, then you can do like this, and you can see this, the text will goes on down. Text goes to the next line. And you cannot make the enter option here. You cannot make the enter option in the word, whatever you do this. If you want to go to the next line, if the column is in a higher part, you can click on the enter. But see here, if I am seeing the column size is only this much, student, and if you want to press on the enter option, I click on the enter option, then I go on to the next one. I go to the next row. For that purpose, you can enter the text. You can enter the text simultaneously by pressing the F2 button in the column. F2 button. By selecting this one, click on this, and also press on F2 button. You'll get inserted in the column. Then click on the student name and press on the enter. You'll get the text, and it is going behind the column size. If it is possible, okay. If it is possible, you can go for the column size. You can increase the column size by increasing its width. Well, because student names will be higher in size itself, and it takes some space. It saves some space. But now, with regard to the, you can see this Telugu, Hindi, English, and here in this you can also reduce the size of the column. Why? Because size of the column is enough up to this extent. Why? Because the marks in Telugu will be only this way. The marks in Telugu will be only this way. We will write only 2-digit number or even 3-digit number. You cannot go behind the 3-digit number. So you can also minimize the size. You can minimize the size of the column also. You can minimize the size of the column to your extent. Whatever the text available is there, you can go for it. And still, if you want to maintain a similar size, then you can select all the columns and click on the things. Here you can click on any lines, and the columns will move on to the same size, which are equal size. And what is there in this alignment itself? Let's say string to fit itself is that we have seen the wrap text option gives you, then the text will goes on to the, you can see this, and the wrap text will be like this. You can see this. You can see here. You can see here the lines goes. It goes on to the next line. It goes on to the next line as you go on minimizing the column text. Then it goes on to the next line. It will not go behind the column. It will not go behind the column. It goes to the next line itself. Next line we will get the text over here. And one more thing is that merge cells. If you want to insert the cells, if you can see this. You can see this. This is information related to the students. This is an information related to students. Then select this column. Select all the column headings and click on this merge option. This merge option is here, and also you can get the same option in the alignment also. Merge cells, and click on OK. Then you can see the cells are merged over here, and you can write the student particulars of class 5. Student particulars of class 5. I have done this, and see this. I have made the merging of all these things in one cell, and have given the data. I have given the data like this. And I can also do this. I can also one more do this. I can also do make the things that it's an alignment. Regarding the alignment, I can go for the center alignment, center, and click on OK. You can see this. I got the center as alignment. Center alignment. Text in the center, in the row wise column center, and the column wise also center. Horizontally center, vertically center. Then it gives me at this stage. And these options are available in the alignment options. Alignment options. Even this, we have also option called string to fit. String to fit, and you can also use this string to fit also. I will be showing you the string to fit. Then I'm taking this and string alignment and string to fit and this. The column size, the letter size or the font size, I even directly itself makes a fitting size. I give the text in my default size, it fits to the itself column size. Whatever the size may be, it will be given to its particular size. And the size of the column, it is going to the third column also, third cell also. But I need to get it in a one cell itself. Then I can click on the font size and I can go for the column and go for testing to fit, and you can see that it fits to the particular cell itself. And for this, if you want to make the alignment also, the center alignment, the horizontal alignment and vertical alignment, you can go for the things and you get the alignment option also here. You can give the n number of data of the students here. You can give any number of things and you can minimize, you can maximize the text also. You can arrange the details of the students accordingly as per your requirement. That's the option which is given in the text, and also font and also alignment are the same are the options which are going to see. And wrap text, string to fit, and merge cells are the very important thing. We need to do this. If you remove the option, you can see this. It goes on for the 3 rows, 3 columns, so 3 cells. But here, the actually it should be for only 1 cell. It should be 1 cell. When I am writing something here, I cannot get the things. If it is an empty one, then it will show the data. Unless we cannot show the data. For this purpose, what we need to do? We need to go for the wrapping the text. You can see this wrap text here. Wrap text here. You can see wrap text here. You can, if you want to increase the size of a column, you can increase the size like this. If you want to decrease, you can drag this and you can decrease the size. You can increase and you can decrease. If you want to still increase this, decrease the size of a row, you can also increase, you can also decrease. You can increase, you can decrease. And sir, whether it is to be done for everyone? No, you cannot, no need to do all this. Just click on, if you are after entering your data, if you want to make a fixed height for each and every rows, directly you can select this column tab and this row heading and go to the row height. Go to the row height here, row height, and select your row height. It is between 49. I'm taking 60. Then you can see the row height has increased from 49 to 60. There are some spaces between before and after the name is also being given some space. And if I'm selecting the space, if I'm selecting it as 20, you can see this. It is removing a space. Then I need to move off myself. And if it is possible with the same text going on all the ways, If the same text is going on all the ways, then you can go for the row height. Similarly, row height can be allowed. Similar row height can be allowed. If not, you can go for the things. You can stretch this. You can increase the size of this, and you can easily fix to a common name. I hope no one's names will be more than this space. If there are only 3 or 4 words, if there is more than 3 words, 4 words, then the row height will be different unless the height will not be changing.
The height will not be changing over here, and that's why the thing is that first enter your text, whatever the text you want to give, you enter your text, and then you make all these features of font, all these features of alignment, and all these things can be made. You are done, the things done. Then in this font can be done, and alignment first. The alignment is that horizontal alignment is center, and vertical alignment is center, and you can go for the wrap text, you can go for the string fit, and also merge the cells also there. If you want to go for the orientation known as 90 degrees, you can go for a horizontal form also and vertical form also for making the things done. So I've done, see this, you can identify the change. What the change happened here is that, see this is student is left aligned MBA, and what I have done is I have changed the style to the student, and also MBA, and also Fanindra Kumar Katkam as one alignment as a center alignment. And this is regarding the first two options in the font and the alignment. And you can see the border. Whatever seen in yesterday's class, the same borders. If you want to see the borders, just click on this. Just you can see the print preview of this here from the print preview, and you cannot see the borders for each and everything. No borders for all. No borders. Then select on this, and you can go for the home option, and you can also go for the borders like this also. Borders, and you can select the style. You can select the border style, and also you can click on OK. Then you'll get the borders done. Either you can also go from here. All borders. Select the text first. Select the text and click on here. You have borders option and all borders. You can see this. You have got the borders also here. You can see in the print preview the borders are to this. If you want to apply the same for the all the text, directly click on this button. Click on. You can see this. You can see this tab. Semi half circle, right angle, triangle, circle. You can click on this one, and the whole spreadsheet will be selected. And from this, then you click on this and select on all borders. Then you can see this, all borders are available now. Sir, why you are not getting student borders here? Student particulars here is that have been made the merging of cells. Have made the cells merge of cells. See this, merging of cells have done. So I'm not getting here. Then how it appears is that student particulars here, and in the next page, see that's of class 5 is there. You can also click on show margins, and you can increase the size also. You can decrease the size also. You can decrease the size so that it fits to one single page. You can decrease the size like this by just dragging itself. You can decrease the size. See this, it has moved on to the one page. And you can directly take the print option. Print of this page. You can directly take the print. And this is how you can also resize, known as resizing your cells or columns can be done here according to your requirements. You can make the resizing. And the thing is that first identify the data, how you are going to fill the data and what is your requirements. First identify yourself and draw a small sketch over there, and then you can come onto the Excel sheet and you can make a rough draft of it. Just what I'm doing is that I'm removing all the text. And just I want to go to the other worksheet, and I want to just insert the student particulars of the hall ticket number or the student particulars or the room numbers. I'm going to fill some data of the 6x6 data, 6x6 column. And what this means that generally in MS Word, you go for insert and then you go for the insertion of table. But here no need to insert the table. Directly you can enter the fields. Enter the fields. See here, serial number, and click on enter. It moves on to the below row. And if you click on the tab button, you get to the next one. Serial number, roll number. Click on tab again. It goes on to the next column. Next, name of the name of the student, name of the student, name of the student, and then click on the tab. It moves on to the next one. Marks obtained. Marks obtained is the next one. Marks obtained is the next one we need to do. And you can see this. You can see this. The name of the student is not visible completely. Then if you select this column, you can see what is the actual text is being given in the visible in the formula bar. Just drag this, drag this to the whatever the extent you require. Whatever the extent you require, you can do this. Either you can also click on this, and also column width also is available. You can also select the column width as this, and you can column width also can be done. Here also you can go for the column width, and 3 is 10, 8 is available. Then click on 10, still not available. Then directly you can go for 15, and you can see this. You can see this. And still, yeah, I'm going to enter things like this. I'm making a simple form of this. And now you can press on enter. And I've got 6 letters, 6 words have been given, and I'm giving the text as my requirement. And it is given to me. It is given to me. Why I have left the column at the top of the page? Why I have left the column at the top of the page is that I want to give the title for the table. Title for the table. I can select the columns here. I can select the columns from here and those columns, and then I can go for the merge option here. Merge option is there here. I can click on merge and center option. Then I can click on this merge and center. Then the option will be there. You can see the student particulars of class 10. Then directly click on enter. You will get all these things. And still, if you want to make the alignment, of this, directly you select the columns for which you need to go for the alignment. And every time this name of the student, serial number, and this should be center aligned, so that you can directly go to the alignment options here. Then you can go for the center alignment, and click on the center alignment. You'll get the central line. And the roll number and serial number will be central aligned, and the name of the student will be same left aligned. It's left aligned, and the marks obtained should be center line. Still, if you go on to the print preview, and you can see this, it is not looking good. What you can do this is that you can select the table, you can select the data, and click on all borders. And now you can also go for the change of text. You can change your text size. If it is selecting higher text, you can increase the space. If you want to go for the bold, you can go for the bold. And if you want to increase the row size also, column size or row size, you can directly click on the row height and click on 25 and enter the OK. You'll get these things. You will get the things done. Okay. Now from this again, I need this as a bold one. You can select and click on the bold option. And whatever the things are there, you can do this. If you want to increase the things, as because pages will be entire, page space will be enough over there. Then you can also increase the page size like this. And still you can go for formatting. Still you can see this. There are alignment, 2 types of alignments are there here. When you want to insert the text within the cell, with a proper alignment, then go for this. Then go for the upper ones. And if you want to make the alignment within the cell, you can go for this. You can see this. From this, if you want to go for this, means I can select this one. It goes to the top one. It goes to the top, and it goes to the top. And here I should get the center alignment. And here I need to go for the left alignment. And for this, I need to go for the left alignment like this. I can go for the left alignment. After the left alignment, and I need to go for the center alignment here, and again the center alignment. Then you can see this. It appears somewhat good when compared to the previous table. A detailed description can be written over there. Even if you want to add on the cells, you can there, available is there. And what is this line? Showing to me is that it's the end of one page. It is end of one page. Then if there is any 3 or 4 columns to insert, what I need to do is that I need to go for the wrapping the text of the name of the student. Then click on the name of the student and wrap text. Then if you go on decrease the size of this, you can see this. And still also you can go for the wrap text of marks obtained by reducing, so that you can write the 4 more cells. You can fill the 4 more cells in the thing. Okay, 4 more cells you can add X, Y, Z and A. You can add, and you can also get the data printed in one page. You can see this percentage, average, rank, remarks. If you want to insert all these things also, you can do. And for format painter, I'm using a format painter option, that I'm selecting the marks obtained and clicking on format painter and applying the same to these columns also. You can see this, the font has changed, the alignment has changed, the wrap text also changed, everything has changed. Everything has changed to the required format, and you can enter the text. And still you need to merge this. Then what to do? Have selected these 4 columns, existing column with the 4 additional columns, and clicking on the merge and center. Merge and center for the 2 times. First time it makes the combination as the old one. You can see this. If you have selected this and the cells are different cells has been done. And now we can select these things and you can click on the merge and center, and it's a common for all the cells now. It is a common cell. It is common cell for all the 8 cells, and you can insert the data, whatever the data be done. Still you can see this. The table is inadequate. Why? Because we are not getting the borders here. Select the table, go to the borders, select table, go to the borders and click on all borders. Then you will get the all borders here will be visible in the even the print preview. It is visible. So that it may looks good in making the things done. This is how we need to go for the making the things done in the MS Excel using the basic format.